Hello, Brad from Ryerson Brothers Construction. This is Joel from JND SEO, and I'm going to show you 3 ways that you could improve your website and actually catch up to some of your competitors online. So the first thing we'll talk about today is content, and then we'll talk about citations, and then we'll talk about backlinks. So we'll start off on content, and I'm going to basically show you how much content you guys have on your page. And then we'll talk about kind of what's preferred. So you guys probably have, I would say, under 200 words of content on your homepage. Google recommends having about 1,500 words. The reason why is because the more content you have, Google's going to rank you higher. But that's because they want you to put out a lot of information onto Google, essentially so that people searching will find it, and Google's going to rank you higher. The other thing that's possible that you could do is a blog, which would help kind of make up for some of that. And a blog does the exact same thing where it offers out a lot of information such as tips, strategies. People love reading them and Google actually ranks them really high. Throughout this video, I'm also going to show you Dick Farrell Contracting Incorporated, because they are kind of, for the search that we use for contractors, Rock Hill, they're one of the top results in it. But even they actually aren't that far up. It seems like it's pretty wide open there at the top with a lot of directory sites. And we'll talk about more of those in a minute. But if we just look at this site, we're going to find that they also do not have 1,500 words of content. And the idea really being, they probably have, I would say, maybe under 200. The idea really being that if you were to get ahead of them in the 3 topics that we're going to talk about today, then you would be able to get ahead of them in the rankings online as well. So the other reason that you do want to have a lot of content on your page is the more content you have, the more keywords and keyword phrases you can put into it. So I've just put in contractors Rock Hill SC for my example, and I believe it's about 40 people who search this exact key phrase every single month looking for, obviously people who offer your services in the area. So normally they would see ads at the top, which is just companies paying for those, but we don't see any on this specific search. So the first thing we're going to find is the map section, also called the GMB or Google My Business. And this is going to bring us to our second topic. So first I want to mention though, the top 3 companies here, which you guys are up here, so awesome job with that. They're definitely going to get by far a lot more results and search results as far as visitors to their site than any other one on here, because they'd have to view all of the rest. You're getting some extra exposure by being on the main page where people search to look for services. So that's an awesome thing. And the way to get on this is just through citations. And that's by getting your business name, address, and phone number all listed into a directory site. And these are sites like Yelp, Yellow Pages, Home Advisor, just to name a few. After the map section, we're going to get to the organic section. We're going to get 10 results showing up on every page. And so these show up in reference to our key phrase, which was contractors Rock Hill SC. And if we actually look at these, we can rank our results. So number 1 is going to go to Better Business Bureau, which is a directory. 2 is going to go to Who's. 3 is going to go to Home Advisor. So these are all directories. Then we have Home Advisor again, Yelp, Angie. These are all directories. And the reason that's a really good thing is because Google actually prefers that actual companies get ahead and are on the top of the rankings. So the fact that it's all directories tells us they're actually a little easier to beat. So that's actually a really good thing. It tells us essentially the search is wide open here for the area. So I took your website next, Ryerson, on RyersonBrothers.com, plugged it into a program that I pay for called Ahrefs that allows me to kind of see how your site's performing. First thing I notice is that you guys are using your headers up here. You've got your company name as well as a keyword, Rock Hill Remodel. And then next I want to jump into our third topic, which is our backlinks. So referring domains, these are just websites that you have these links on. So you've got 59 links on these 15 pages. And if you click on a backlink, it's going to redirect you to your site. So I'll give you a good example. If you have a Facebook business page, that's going to be your referring domain, your Facebook business page. And then where you put on that page what your web address is, that becomes a backlink. So if you click on that link, of course it's going to bring you to your site, RyersonBrothers.com. That's just kind of backlinks in their simplest form. And then referring domains, these also are just websites pointing at your site. The more of these you have, these are vouching for you. So it's going to raise this UR number, which is Google's trust indicator on your site. And the more sites that are vouching for you, the higher this is going to go. So, and this DR number would be your power, which we're not seeing really anything registering for that. And that speaks to a bit of the strength of your link. So we can see right now, these are your strong ones. You got about 4 really good ones of the 15. So having stronger referring domains would only help your power, and it will also help, the backlinks will help you with your trust as well. So with your 14 trust, we can see you got about 43 keywords showing up in searches that you can be found for. And that's bringing, right now, you're averaging 1 visitor to your site per month. So let's take a quick look at a few of these and see where your visitors coming from. All right, and right off the bat, the top one, Jim Ryerson, which is part of the name of your owner, and 60 people are searching that every single month. And we can see that you're in position 12. Now, there's 10 results per page, so position 12 is actually going to put you at the top of page 2. And 80 to 85% of people will not go to page 2, we found. So you really want to get on page 1. However, because you're right at the top of page 2, you're getting just under 1 visitor. You can see 0.92 to your site. If you were in the first position here, you could get between 20 and 37% of the total volume to your site. So as you go further back, that percentage goes down and decreases. But at number 12, you're still getting almost 1 visitor. So this is definitely where your visitor is coming from your top keyword, which is your owner's name. But you also want to get some other ones from here. So these are ones for new customers. Home Additions, Rock Hill SE, 40 people search it. General Contractors, Rock Hill SE, 20 more search it. Let's see, Rock Hill Construction, 20 more. And you can see for these, you're ranked number 18, so the bottom of page 2, so you're getting 0.18 of a visitor. General Contractors, Rock Hill SE, 19, so bottom of page 2, 0.06 of a visitor. So just ranking higher for these specific keywords would bring you guys a lot more visitors to your page. And also, I wasn't real sure because your page didn't talk about your service area, so I wasn't sure how far outside you guys go of Rock Hill as far as neighboring towns, because that would open up even more keywords for you as well. And then if we go over to Dick Farrell Contracting, we can see they got their headers up here. 31 referring domains with 270 links on those 31 sites. With 31 sites pointing back at them, they got a trust of 23. They got about 33 keywords they can be found in because of that. And it's bringing 15 visitors to their site. So this number is not that big either. Typically like to see them in the hundreds or so, but I know Rock Hill, it's not as big of an area. So the results, of course, don't have, they're not quite as high for total volume. But that's where adding them up really is going to come in handy. So you can see here what they have. Home Additions, Rock Hill SE, 40. Contractors, Rock Hill SE, 40. General Contractors, 20. Home Remodeling, 20. General Contractor, Rock Hill City, 20. And so on. So you can see these are all in the top 10 for these top 6 or so. Then they start to go on page 2. So really they're going to be getting all their visitors from these top 6. And they're doing pretty good. They're in the top 5 for most, except this one, they're 6. But getting in that top 3 would make a huge difference, and I bet you they would double their numbers. And that's where you could start to, add a little more. And then depending, like I said, on other services you guys offer, there'd be more keywords there and other areas that you guys are willing to go to as well. All right, so typically if you had about 100, visitors to your website, that translates to about 20 to 30 phone calls on the conservative side to your actual number. And from there, obviously, depending on what your conversion rates are, but typically on a conservative number, it's between 2 and 4 actual jobs per month. And now that you guys have all the info, obviously there's 3 things you can do with it. If you guys are happy with where you're at, you don't have to do anything with it. If you guys want to grow the business, looking to increase your presence online, and you have someone you use, you could definitely show them the video, and these tips should help them. And the third option is if you don't have anyone that you currently use and you are looking to grow, I can answer any questions for you, provide a little more information with just a 5 or 10 minute phone call. Thank you guys for your time. Really appreciate it. God bless.